Everybody, third load of the night, second well. This is a new well I hadn't been to. Anyways, as you can see here, got the safety cone out. That's a big deal around here. As you can see, as I come around, you see the tracks here where I kind of come around. And as I come around, I throw my cone out right here. That's a big deal. That gives me something to back up to. Then of course I get all grounded off there, hook the hose up. Then I go climb me some stairs over here. As you can see, more stairs. There's just some more stairs. These are 12-foot tanks. It's not too bad. I've already been up there twice. Gauge them, color cut them. Color cutting is when you push some doodab on your stick, you stick it down in there, and where the oil and water separate, it'll be two different colors. And from the wet spot down to that spot shows how much oil you got. It's a pretty simplistic thing. Standard, 15.6 diameter, about a 12-foot tank. Then after you do that, come back down the stairs around here. Got your truck already vacuumed up. You just open your valve up there. Open your valve up there with your wrench. Go get your paperwork done here. That's what I did just now. As you can see, I'm pretty well almost loaded there. I don't know if you can see or not, but doing the paperwork. Ate me some cornbread, homemade cornbread that I just made today. That's something you don't get to do. Oh, here's something I can show you. You can see this hose jumping. Let me back this off just a little bit here. So this hose quits jumping here. So I kind of pull that flow down there. Starting to suck some air in this one tank here. That's pretty much the tank I'm plumbed into. Except I'm plumbed in 16 inches off the bottom. I ain't plumbed into this tank, but this tank's plumbed into this tank from the bottom. It's 4 inches off the bottom. So what's happening is I'm pulling this tank down until I'm hitting air. This tank here's, what was it? Got about 4 foot of water in it. This tank pulled down first to the air. Now this tank's having to bleed back over on that back line over there. You can see it. There it is, that back line. No, those are the ones off the top. Back line's way on over there. You can't really see it. Not in this darn light. But anyways, that's what it is. That line's bleeding around back of these tanks. Coming in that line right there on the bottom. And I'm having to let some water bleed back over. I'm just about loaded though. Here's how we do this. And I just barely got it pulling some water here. You shut this valve on the bottom of your sight glass here. Since there's a vacuum in here, I can open that. As you can see, that gets all the water out of my sight glass. And as this water slowly trickles into this tank, I'm pulling, or let me start over. As the water keeps flowing into my truck here, out of that tank behind me, it'll spill over when it gets up there, right up at the bottom of that pipe running into my sight glass. At least I know the water's right there. Once that happens, it's usually about a minute and a half at a full pace pull with the valve open, not doing this little stuff. So I'm hoping enough water will pull over that tank. I can get close enough to 120 barrels. That's pretty much what you got a minute and a half after it spills over. That's what we call 120 barrels around here. You can see the water starting to come up in the sight glass. This bottom valve down here is leaking just a little bit. Well, let me speed up the process here and see if I can't pull some water in here. And to get it to spill over here for you fairly quickly so you ain't got to sit here and watch it all day. Yeah, I'm pulling good solid water right now. I ain't getting no air, enough water bled over into that tank I'm pulling out of. So we're pulling pretty good right now. As you can watch, I'm going to shoot some vacuum and blow this water back out of this tube. There we go. I'm going to shoot some more water, or put a little water in it so you can see where it's at. There we go. We're spilling over. See it spilling over out of the top up there. There we go. Right about that point, we've got about a minute and a half until we're loaded. Now I'm starting to pull some more air here, so Let me shut this valve off for a minute. Shut that valve off. Quit pulling out of the tank for a minute. And that way I know where I'm at right there. And give it 30 seconds here and do all that mess. But anyways, that's pretty much consists of pulling a load besides unhooking this hose and your cable. Some people forget to unhook their hose, and sometimes they get fired over that. As you can see why, when you start spilling salt water all over the countryside, that's not a good deal to do. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Drive around here to these darn wells. Ugh. Lean up against stuff, watch stuff load, go get your gauges, and your sleeper's your house. That's kind of nice. You work 4 days on and 2 days off, and so that actually turned out to be 5 days a week you work. 2 days off each week, back up a day. Not a bad deal. Better than having to put up with bonehead truckers, as my friend Ike says. But anyways, I used to be doing over-road stuff too, but I kind of miss it. This right here is kind of some neat work. It's a little bit more technical. Been doing this for about 1.5 years now. As you can see here, we'll look out across here. It's kind of hard to see over there, but that wellhead's way on over there. You got probably about 3-4 acres to turn around here. I mean, pretty much like the song, "Give me 40 acres, I'll turn this thing around." That's the way most of these sites are out here. You just pull in and make sure you don't hit the one thing in the middle, which that's your wellhead. You don't want to hit that or none of this stuff. But, you know, like I said before, a lot of people do. Anyways, we got 2 tanks and everything just about loaded. Got your separators and stuff over there in the distance. I don't know if you can see all that. That'd give me a better light on my hard hat. Anyways, over here on this other tank I showed you, right there's my stairs. I'll be going up those here in just a minute. There's that pipe running out the bottom of this one. It runs into the bottom over there. Those pipes right there running into the bottom of the upper side of these tanks. That's about 16 inches off the floor of the tank there. So anyways, I think enough water's bled over that tank by now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the rest of my load here and get on to the disposal. Turn my paperwork in, roll my hose up, cord up, put my cones up, and on to the next one. That'll be 3 loads, and that means I got about 2 or 3 more left for tonight. So I'll be back with y'all sooner or later. Have a good evening.